What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool Takeover update video, because you guys want to keep being informed about this process, and it looks like that Saudi Arabia are preparing a huge takeover offer. They are interested in Liverpool and potentially as well Chelsea, and in this video we will explain why that is exactly, why they would be willing to sell Newcastle or sell parts of Newcastle, because you can't own more than two Premier League clubs with a 30% or more stake. You can have, of course, smaller percentage of ownership of multiple Premier League clubs, but you can't have majority ownership of more than one. And also there are some major developments which will be revealed in this video. So if you enjoy these Liverpool Takeover update videos, please leave a like, it really helps me out. And also let me know in the comments below, would you be happy if Liverpool got new owners, and what kind of new owners would you wish for? Leave your comments down below. So Liverpool have an enterprise value of 4.2 billion euros, which is around 3.8 billion pounds. And listen to this, the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund, who bought Newcastle, they are thought to have 925 billion pounds worth of assets. So they could buy Liverpool like 20 times over. $925 billion worth of assets, which is absolutely crazy to me. The Saudi Arabia Investment Fund could buy the whole Premier League, every single club in the Premier League. They have that kind of money, which is just, it blows my mind. And the report from in the independent newspaper notes that PIF are eyeing, Liverpool and Chelsea as potential buys, and they want controlling investment in either Chelsea or Liverpool, but they would need to give up ownership of controlling majority ownership of Newcastle. It's understood that the purchase of Newcastle United and the lack of success on the pitch hasn't created as many positive headlines as the Saudis would like in the region, and the ultimate aim must be to grab one of English football's really big clubs, because the PIF and the Saudi Arabia are not doing this from the goodness of their hearts. They want sports washing, basically what they are doing. They want their image to be elevated as much as possible, and I mean the whole fan base of Liverpool or Chelsea defending Saudi Arabia is a thought that I don't really like, but that's certainly what they are after, and I don't think the majority of the Liverpool fan base would be happy with Saudi ownership. That's just my feeling, my opinion. They would still go through with it if John Henry is willing to sell, and John Henry is all about money. He doesn't really care about morals. He's a venture capitalist, so that's how he lived his life. It's all about the business, and if Liverpool can be sold for 4 billion pounds, then I think John Henry would sell it even to the Saudis. And also Liverpool's history and future ambition would appear to better align with the route which PIF are looking to go down. And the newspaper is even saying that Trent Alexander-Arnold would think twice about leaving Liverpool if he knew that there are Saudi owners coming in, because then it would mean Liverpool could spend a lot more money on transfers than what they are currently spending under the current ownership. And Will Rooney is reporting in another newspaper that the Saudi Arabia governor makes future admission about the Liverpool amid the Liverpool takeover rumors. So according to the governor Yasir Al-Rumayyan, who is also the chairman of Newcastle, the focus will now be shifted towards projects in the Middle Eastern company. Speaking at the Future Investment Initiative conference in Riyadh, he said in the Financial Times reported this, but then the international investments of the fund increased from 2% all the way up to 30%, and now our target is to bring it down to a range between 18 to 20%. So they might sell some of the foreign investments, some of the foreign assets that they own. Does that mean that they are eyeing a bigger foreign investment, or does that mean that they just want to scale back and focus more on investments in the Middle Eastern region. And of course, we already know that in 2022, FSG put Liverpool on the market and they were interested in selling Liverpool. And I don't think that much has changed since then, because FSG, with the right kind of offer coming in, would sell Liverpool, in my opinion. But then FSG got a big investment from Dynasty Equity, which they purchased the minority stake in Liverpool. That was between 82 and 164 million pounds. And George James is reporting that this could be a shocking Saudi Arabia decision, which could have a major impact on the PIF's bid for Liverpool, potential bid for Liverpool. And according to the Financial Times, the PIF intends to reduce its overseas investments by a third and focus more on investments within the country of Saudi Arabia. PIF has in recent years has invested massively in sports, including the revamping of the Saudi Pro League. We all know about how much money the Saudi Pro League has bought players for, and they are investing in infrastructure. They are getting a lot of big managers, big name players there as well. Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, ex-Liverpool players like Sadio Mane, Bobby Firmino, Fabinho are all playing in Saudi Arabia. Of course, the Financial Times report doesn't really put a time frame on PIF's new target for international investment. So you might ask, what could this mean for a potential Liverpool takeover? Even though the Financial Times report didn't specifically roll out any further expansion into the world of football, the acquisition of Liverpool Football Club would present a huge buy, a huge outlay, a huge investment for PIF, with the club valued at $5.3 billion at Forbes. And if FSG aren't actively looking to sell the club right now, any offer would likely have to exceed that valuation. So the PIF, in theory, would have to offer even more than the $5.3 billion that the Liverpool are valued, according to Forbes, which is a very accurate valuation. And if the PIF are really looking to scale down their international investments, then a bid for Liverpool looks unlikely. So are you happy with that? Are you happy if Liverpool are not bought by Saudi Arabia? I mean, I certainly don't want the majority of ownership to be by a state at Liverpool Football Club, but I would certainly welcome a minority investment. So any investment fund, even a Saudi Arabian investment fund, if they want to invest in Liverpool, I would welcome that, because Liverpool definitely need to spend more money in the transfer market if we want to stay successful, because Chelsea, Man United and Man City are spending ridiculous amounts of money in the past 10 years. Liverpool are spending as much as West Ham United on average per season, and that can't be right. I mean, Liverpool are a much bigger club than West Ham, no disrespect, but I think we can all agree on that. So Liverpool shouldn't be spending, their net spend shouldn't be, as low as West Ham's net spend in the last 10 years. That's just my opinion. But if the PIF sold Newcastle for a big profit, they could come up with the money of buying Liverpool, and they wouldn't even have to just buy the whole club. They would just need to get controlling majority ownership, which could mean 60-70% of Liverpool. So in theory, they could buy Liverpool as a majority stake for maybe $4 billion, something like that. This development may be a disappointment for some Liverpool fans, but FSG have delivered success at Liverpool, and Liverpool have started the season excellently on their new head coach Arne Slot. Arne Slot has an 85% win ratio at Liverpool so far, which is the best of any manager in any history, but it's still very, very early, and I'm sure that it will regress to the mean as we play some really, really brutally difficult games. But the future looks bright at Liverpool, which is very, very good news in my opinion, and I certainly wouldn't be too disappointed if Saudi Arabia didn't buy Liverpool. But that's just my personal opinion, and I respect all of you guys' opinion. I respect that many Liverpool fans come from many different parts of the world. I myself are from Hungary. I live like 2,000 kilometers from Liverpool, but I absolutely love this football club, and I've loved this football club since 2001, so 23 years now. And I already visited Anfield, and I've been to some Liverpool games as well, here in Hungary and abroad as well. But I can't go to the games every week. That doesn't mean I don't love the club as much as the match-going fans. And I have my opinion on state ownership. You have yours. So share your thoughts down below. I would love to hear consider it. And this is a debate that could rumble on as long as FSG are owners. Are they good owners? Are they bad owners? Should Liverpool have better owners? But if I look through the Premier League, there are many clubs with a lot worse owners than Liverpool, and there are many clubs with a lot worse, status than Liverpool, because Liverpool are doing it smartly, doing it the right way, spending what they earn, spending what they make. The owners are not pumping unlimited amounts of money into Liverpool, and this way every title, every trophy, every win means more. And that's just not just a slogan, it really means more. Winning one Premier League title this way means, in my opinion, more than Man City winning 3 Premier League titles, because they have bought all of them through cheating as well. But that's for another video. I also want to talk about Arne being very happy that Liverpool didn't sell Vítězslav Jaroš in the summer, because he made some superhuman saves against Brighton in the League Cup, and Jaroš asked to leave Liverpool. It was revealed now by The Athletic. He's 23 years old, he wanted to play first team football, but now that Alisson got injured and Kelleher is now first choice goalkeeper, Jaroš became second choice, and he will play the League Cup games until Alisson is back probably. And Andy Jones, the journalist who wrote this article, said that the performance of Vítězslav Jaroš at the Amex Stadium against Brighton further justified the decision from the Anfield chief executives to not let him go in the summer. And Arne Slot will be glad that Liverpool held on to Jaroš, because then we would have had to play some kid who is very inexperienced, or we would have run the risk of playing Kelleher like every 3 days, and that mental fatigue more than the physical fatigue can make a bad impact on even a goalkeeper. And Jaroš was on loan at Sturm Graz last season for like half a season, and he won the league title, the Austrian Bundesliga league title at Sturm Graz, which is really, really impressive. But of course, he doesn't want to play, he doesn't want to be on the bench too many times. He wants to play. So maybe next summer when Mamardashvili comes into Liverpool, and then probably Jaroš will be sold, and maybe even Kelleher will be sold. But you can see now that why is it important to have not 2 but 3 decent goalkeepers, because you never know, if one goalkeeper gets a long 1 or 2 month injury, then suddenly you have your first choice goalkeeper, and then your backup goalkeeper can have to play some games as well. And Virgil van Dijk also made an interesting comment, not ruling out management. He said on Rio Ferdinand's podcast, when the question about management came up, Virgil van Dijk said, "I said no, but that's also because coming to this hectic, busy, on-it life that my family is sacrificing a lot, my wife and my kid, and to then have a year or 2 years off and then going back into it, I don't think I see it happening, but never say never. I really feel like I definitely will give something back to football. I love working and seeing young players out there. I like going, for example, to the Liverpool Academy to watch the underage teams. I would love to stay in football in the future, but at my time, and I don't know which kind of role, and it's too far away to think about it." And Virgil van Dijk is right, he is still at the peak of his powers, so he should really think about what he will do after retirement from playing football, from playing professional football. And I'm sure that he will stop for a bit, assess his options, and then he will start working in football and maybe coach one of the young sides, one of the youth teams, because that's certainly less pressure. And I don't envy managers. I can see why Jurgen Klopp burnt out, because it's absolutely relentless, especially being a manager in a top league with top clubs where the demand is so high. You have to win every week, every 3 days. And if you don't win a couple of games, the pressure is mounting, and there are already articles about you getting sacked and so on. And that's not a really cool environment to be in, even though the managers earn absolutely ridiculous amount of money. I can see Virgil van Dijk maybe becoming a manager, but only if he really wants to and he has the stomach for it. I mean, even Steven Gerrard, there are rumors of him getting sacked from his Saudi Arabia club, and that, I mean, he earned bucket loads of money there, but you can be the best player in Liverpool's history like Steven Gerrard was and still not be a great manager, even though he's a very smart guy. Management is not for everyone. And I think what Van Dijk should do is become a youth academy coach and then see how he likes this lifestyle and what his family thinks about it as well, because it will be a family decision as well. Let me know what they think in the comments below, and thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.